It's that time in the show to check in on the crop markets with our crop marketing specialist, Dr. Todd Hubbs. And Todd, the volatility continues in the grain markets, here and overseas. So kind of walk us through what's happening right now with the overall situation.
A lot of geopolitical issues that are creating huge rallies up and down in the crop markets. In wheat in particular, you have and corn, the Black Sea issues with Russia and Ukraine constantly attacking each other. Basically, the Sea of Azov and the Kerch Strait's been closed down for Russia, and they're sort of shifting their exports to other ports. Ukraine's been under a serious attack at their ports and on their shipping, and it just seems to be escalating with no end in sight. We got the issues in the Gulf as well with the oil and fertilizer. None of these things seem anywhere close to a resolution. As information comes and goes, the markets seem to be moving around with it. On the top of that, we have weather issues. So the EU's had successive heat waves. It's probably impacted their wheat crop a little bit, and it's definitely hurt their corn crop. I think a lot of bushels are going to come out of the EU corn crop. Here domestically, we saw the corn and drought, for instance, increase 10% through July. We had those weather events late last week and over the weekend, but our crop conditions continue to deteriorate, mostly in the western corn belt. So we'll see how it turns out. I don't think we can really start fading the corn crop too much yet, but a lot of that corn was in pollination, a lot of it was silking, and we'll see how it turns out.
So with this continued heat waves that are still happening here in the States, are you concerned at all for the overall corn crop, or you have a little bit more optimistic feeling going into harvest?
I am not fading it too hard just yet. That rain event was pretty good. It moved across parts of North Nebraska, South Dakota, Iowa, through Illinois and into the eastern corn belt. I think they had plenty of moisture in the eastern corn belt to maybe skip them through. I have heard reports of corn curling and looking under stress mid last week. If the conditions are still deteriorating in the western corn belt, we might take a few bushels out of this corn crop. We'll get the first USDA estimate next week with their crop production report, which is a producer survey. It's usually pretty close. I mean, they can miss, but that's it depends on what the weather is in August and September.
With other crops, though, is this heat going to be impacting them at all, kind of like what it is with corn?
Soybeans are in a different place. I think, their conditions are decent. Not what we had last year, but they're not seem to be deteriorating as much as corn. Some really good soybean crops are being grown around the country. We'll see how. I think USDA is 53 bushels an acre.
Obviously, trade policy is going to be impacting a lot of this, really, at the end of the day.
It's huge. Tariffs keep getting laid on and then taken off. And us, particularly in our HRW, we're not sending out as much, mainly because we don't have as much as we did last year. The crop was really bad. Our traditional buyers are coming in, Japan, Mexico, Taiwan, but we're not picking up market share. And that, even despite everything that's going on in the EU and the Black Sea, our price differentials are probably too high for us to start really taking some of this loss in the Black Sea and EU. And a lot of that Black Sea loss isn't production, it's just difficulty moving it. So however that iterates through time, and whatever happens in the southern hemisphere is going to set up the supply situation as we move into planting. So I would just, if you can, keep track of the markets and start looking for prices, that can make you some money.
Alrighty, thanks, Todd. Dr. Todd Hubbs, OSU Extension Crop Marketing Specialist here at Oklahoma State University.